Morning, guys. So I'm going to be lazy again, and let's just do this live. I don't know. I seem to like doing these sort of shows with other people. So who knows?
Yes.
Maybe. Yes.
And I am awesome. Hello, everyone. I'm Satellite Discontent. You can get to my BitChute at some point. And Nonpartisan is awesome. Let's get into this.
Yeah. So, yeah, because I want to go to bed. So, far-right mouthpiece Lauren Southern hit with a hefty police bill. Okay, so for people playing along at home, Satellite has no idea about this story. I haven't given him a link. I haven't told him anything. So he knows as much as you at the moment. Lauren Southern has become the second controversial alt-right commentator to be slapped with a hefty police bill ahead of a controversial show in Melbourne. Organisers of the Canadian Speaking Tour are reportedly being charged almost $68,000 for a large police presence at the event, which authorities fear could draw violent protesters.
This is ridiculous. They're doing this again.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes,
and they're doing it like not thinking it's going to be an issue then versus last time where they pay the bill after the fact.
Yeah, well, we actually get to that, but yeah. So first thing I want to say, far-right mouthpiece Lauren Southern. Okay, she's not far-right, okay? The alt-right, trust me, they hate her.
Yeah.
Like, Satellite, want to talk about something?
No. But,
No?
I mean, yes, the right doesn't like her for a few reasons. And I think people,
Alt-right.
if you just want to...
Yeah.
Or the alt-right, yeah. And you can just Google it up. It's there.
Yeah, there's something about who she might have dated 5 years ago. So look, at the end of the day, the fact is that, look, I don't have a problem with Lauren Southern, you know, future waifu and everything like that. But at the end of the day, calling her alt-right is just completely disingenuous because the alt-right don't want anything to do with her, okay? She's not even far-right, she's a conservative. So,
yeah, and more recently, they think that girl in a photo is her daughter. It's hilarious.
Yeah, yes, well...
I'm far right, and I can criticize the right. Jesus,
yeah,
silly.
like, trust me, there's a recording I've done, and I'm just waiting for a little piece of information before I upload the video to YouTube, because otherwise it's going to be me being right and absolutely showing Milkoy something and just humiliating him, or me looking like a complete idiot. So... But that's future down the track. But anyway, second thing, totally against them handing my future waifu a bill for $68,000. That is absolutely insane because you are actually giving the bill to the person who is the victim. She is the victim in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Antifa should get the bill. They're the ones doing the drama.
Yeah.
And the violence.
Yeah, well, Antifa, and also it's they actually mention the names in here actually, but let's keep going. Well,
and if anything, Sulo also needs to get reimbursement too, because they're going to lose a few bins.
True. The bins aren't safe around Antifa. While the Victorian Police confirm it had a right to charge any event organiser for the use of police resources, it refused to comment on the cost of the bill. After initially being denied a short-term visa, Southern landed in Australia last week wearing for her national tour, wearing a shirt emblazoned with "It's okay to be white," which it is, but anyway. She and a right-wing Canadian podcaster and YouTube star Stefan Molyneux, who will be appearing at events together next week, were granted a temporary activity visa subclass 408 earlier this week. Southern, who has spoken against immigration, feminism and Islam, was denied entry into the UK in March on the grounds that her presence in the UK would not conducive to the public good. Which is ironic because apparently Muslim rape gangs are fine. Jihadis that go and fight in a holy war, apparently they're fine to come back in the UK, but apparently a blonde conservative is... danger to the cohesion of the UK. So interesting. She's due to host her show at a yet to be disclosed venue in Melbourne on Friday night. By the way, everybody, I have brought tickets to the something show, not saying which one, and almost did. And B, I'm actually flying to a different state to go and see it because it works better with days. And B, I've also tweeted at Lauren Southern here. You'll see the tweet, actually asking to interview her. So guys, if you want to hit tweet on that or retweet on that, maybe like on that.
Yes, I will.
And at the end of the day, yeah, especially the people playing at home, and maybe she'll see it, and yeah, I can, do that. It comes days after it emerged that organisers of the alt-right mouthpiece Milo Yiannopoulos Melbourne event have so far refused to cough up the $50,000 bill for extra police resources used after violent protesters broke out his show last year. Named them, it was Antifa, and it was black Somalis from Africa. That's who was at the court. That's who was at Melbourne. That's who started the fights. But we'll get to all this in a sec. Yeah. Hundreds of left and right-wing protesters clashed outside Melbourne Bovada in Kensington in December at the Monopolis event. Riot police stormed the protesters and used pepper spray to subdue the crowd, which included members of left-wing group Campaign Against Racism and Fascism, and right-wing groups Reclaim Australia and the Freedom Party. Oh, there's two names I want to interview. Up to 300 police were called in to separate the protesters when fights broke outside Milo's show. But Police Minister Lisa Neville revealed on 3AW on Monday that Milo and organisers behind his Troll Academy tour are yet to foot the bill, more than 6 months after they were ordered to do so by the police. The police are now taking legal action. So it's just a little bit more. Miss Neville added it was common practice for organisers of large-scale controversial events to be billed if the large numbers of police resources were required. Quote, I remember the time people said, why are we charging for protesters? Because he's got a different view, Miss Neville said. Quote, that's not the case. Any commercial activity, we ask for a contribution for those commercial providers where police are required. When asked if she was concerned similar violent protests would erupt at Southern Show, Miss Neville warned police would be out in full force. The events absolutely get violent, and they have. We'll experience that, Miss Neville said. Police are always well prepared, they've got the equipment, they've got the powers they need to do this, and they will not sit by and let people cause public harm to each other or to innocent people in the community. Alright.
What I want to quickly say there is that, yes, I'm aware that police have been given money by events, but the events do it willingly, and they do it for completely different reasons. This is actually somebody who has to pay the bill because our protesters are coming, and the protesters are the ones who will cause the violence, and it should be their organization, Get Up, who should get the bill.
Yeah, I actually totally agree with you on this. That at the end of the day, the fact is that Lauren isn't the one that's going to be causing the riots. That's Antifa. That is these Refuse Fascism or whatever group it is, Racism Australia, whatever it is. That Refuse Racism.
Yeah, they can afford it. Get Up Australia can afford it. They just got a whole big payout from Soros. I'm sure they can afford it.
I was going to say, their sugar daddy Soros will gladly cover the bill. But at the end of the day, it's literally you're having Lauren, who, like, I went to the Milo Brisbane show, and at the end of the day, there was 3 or 4 police officers. There was no protesters, which was kind of upsetting because I feel I didn't get my money's worth, but regardless. And at the end of the day, what basically happened? Whole group of people lined up, chatted in the line. We went in, we sat down for an hour and a half while we waited for Milo. We all had a great big conversation, chatting to each other, and I went around basically interviewing people and whatnot. And at the end of the day, there was no riots, there was no fights, there was not even a scuffle. There was nothing. And it's funny because these racism groups or anti-racism groups didn't show up. It's like when they show up, they need the riot police. It's that's an interesting point.
I think the evidence is all there, and Milo should be able to take this to court and get away with it just fine. And the thing is, too, there'll be plenty of alternative media to cover it. The truth will come out. And then hopefully we'll get some public pressure where the bill can be forwarded to the correct parties.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's just being hopeful, that's all.
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, if they're seeking legal action against Milo, then at the end of the day, I imagine what's going to happen in court. The court's going to turn around and say, you're joking, right? And then basically throw this out. And once that starts, then maybe the police will go through and charge the left-wing protesters who they should be charging in the first place.
There's a lot of video evidence to back it all up. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't see how even a biased judge could slip his way out of it.
No.
You know?
And can you imagine if, say, for example, Anita Sarkeesian was to go through and to hold an event, and say the alt-right was to protest and to sit there and cause riots and disturbance, like what the left does when it comes to the right-wing events. Who do you think would get the bill?
No one. They wouldn't. They wouldn't be able to give a bill to anyone because the right is not organized in that way.
No.
There's no structural backing to it.
No, and at the end of the day, the right doesn't actually do this. We saw this over in Britain.
Well, that's right too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But if it was to happen, do you think that they would give the bill to Anita Sarkeesian? Do you think they would not?
Of course not.
No, of course no. Don't be silly.
No, she's a token feminist. She'd get nothing. If anything, they'll give her a pat on the back and go, "Oh, I'm so sorry your event had violence at it." That's
what VidCon did, wasn't it?
Pretty much.
I don't know. Look, at the end of the day, guys, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think that Lauren Southern should be made to pay this bill? Or do you agree with us when we say that no, you should hand the bill to Antifa or to Anti-Racist Australia or whatever group, insert George Soros algorithm here? But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, once again, guys, please remember to retweet this, and hopefully I'll be able to go through and interview Lauren. Yeah, that'll make my day. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack a like. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. And apart from that, guys, I'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great day and enjoy.
Yes.